Hello everyone, it's Kim Hong here again to share another trade idea with you guys. Without further ado, let's jump in. Okay, so the trade idea that I'll be sharing today is on pound kiwi. Awaiting further clues on tapering from BOE. Okay, so as you guys already know, if you scroll down, you see that the main event today will be the Bank of England monetary policy meeting. Okay, so the meeting will be held at 1900 GMT plus 8. All right. So not sure if you guys remember that during the previous meeting in August, half of the committee members, okay, I think at that time there were like eight voting members, okay, so half of them, which is 4, felt that, all right, the minimum criteria for considering a tightening of monetary policy have been met, all right. So what this means is that when you tighten monetary policy, you talk about increasing interest rates, okay. Before you actually increase interest rates, the central bank may actually be carrying out some form of a tapering, okay? So because of the recent economic recovery going on in the UK, all right, some of the members, okay, half of the members actually felt that, we actually have enough recovery for us to consider a tightening of monetary policy, which is a good thing, right? But this wasn't obvious from this wasn't mentioned during the previous monetary policy meeting, right? It was during the Bank of England's testimony in front of the Parliament, okay, on inflation and monetary policy report. That's when the central bank governor Andrew Bailey mentioned about this this issue, okay, this discussion that took place back in the meeting, right? So overall, we're hearing a pretty hawkish tone from the central bank, all right? And another thing I would like to bring up is that the recent UK inflation, okay, announced recently, all right, has hit a 9-year high level of 3.2%. Way higher than the central bank's 2% target. Okay, so it's something to be happy for. It is something to be happy about, all right? Because with the rise in inflation, we will be very keen to know what the central bank, the Bank of England, will actually we want to know how will they react to this rise in inflation, all right? Will they be considering a tapering anytime soon? Okay, chances are they're not going to announce any tapering during the meeting later on today, okay? Because it's too soon, all right? However, we would like to pay attention to whether the central bank will be delivering a hawkish note, okay? Maybe, at least acknowledging the recent strong recovery, the strong rise in inflation, okay? And perhaps, inform the public that that may actually motivate the central bank to start planning for a timeline for tapering, QE tapering, okay? So all these will be what the market will be looking for, okay? All these are the clues that the market will be looking for in the rate statement, okay? So that is for the UK side of things. Now, for the New Zealand side of things, it was on Tuesday, okay, that the Reserve Bank of New Zealand Assistant Governor, Christian Hawkesby, he said in a speech that, I quote, central banks globally tend to follow a smooth path and keep their monetary rate unchanged or move in 25 basis point increments, okay? This is actually not a very good thing coming out from the central bank committee member, right? It's actually a bit of a dovishness, okay? Because this actually indicates the chance of a 0.5% hike in interest rate during the next meeting in October to become slimmer, okay? So if you guys remember the last time the RBNZ met for a monetary policy meeting, all right? They were actually considering a hike in interest rate by 0.5%. Okay, that's really very, very hawkish. And we only get to know about this just like days later from the meeting, okay, when I think it was Governor Orr, yeah, the RBNZ's governor, mentioned it in a speech or in I think it was an interview, okay, he was mentioning that the central bank members were actually considering a 0.5% hike, rather than instead of a common 0.25% hike, right? So at that time, it was very hawkish. But right now, with the assistant governor Hawksby, coming out and say that, this providing this kind of statements, okay, central banks globally move interest rates by 25% basis points increment and things like that. The market is taking a hint from this statement, from this speech, that during the next meeting in October, New Zealand, the RBNZ, okay, may only be considering a 0.25% interest rate hike, okay, which is, well, in general, as you can see, it's more dovish as compared to the previous expectation of a 0.5% hike, all right? So upon the speech, New Zealand dollar actually weakened for a short period of time, okay, across the board, right? So right now, I think it has already recovered, okay, from the loss, but still, it's still like a dovish tone that we have to pay attention to, all right? So with that, let me just move over straight to the chart. So New Zealand, UK, we have pound Kiwi. Okay, so this trade idea is based off a H4 time frame. Now, as you can see from this purple region over here, all right, pound Kiwi has been trading for the past 2 weeks, I would say, within a maybe like 185, 190 pips range. Okay, so no clear direction is being shown from the chart, okay, for the past 2 weeks for pound Kiwi. So what we want to see is a clear direction, all right? Especially, the market usually tend to range across or consolidate, okay, when there's little high impact news going on, there's little going on, that relates to, in this case, UK and New Zealand, okay? So as you can see from the Bollinger Bands that I have over here, it's actually quite tightly squished. Okay, it's tightly squashed. Okay, so indicating a consolidation. All right. So this trade idea is actually based on what is sometimes known as the straddle setup. Okay, meaning there's a consolidation, market is ranging across. We don't know which direction the market will move next. Okay, which is why we have both the buy stop order and the sell stop order. Okay, so the buy stop order will be at 1.961, whereas the sell stop order will be at 1.935. Okay, so in a scenario whereby pound Kiwi were to break above the purple region, okay, we'll be looking to buy. On the other hand, if it actually breaks below the purple region, they'll be looking to sell. That's basically how a straddle setup is being set up. Okay, so with the upcoming Bank of England meeting, okay, personally, all right, I'm actually kind of expecting something hawkish coming from the central bank. Okay, remember what I said earlier. There's a strong inflation, okay, annual inflation in the UK right now, plus half of the central bank, half of the committee members, okay, are actually, they actually feel that the conditions, that the criteria for discussions on monetary policy tightening has already been met. So, I mean, I'm actually hoping that the Bank of England will take one step further, okay, by, first of all, of course, acknowledging the recent strong recovery, okay, and the strong inflation, okay. Second would be ideally talk about a timeline, okay, providing a timeline as to when tapering may take place, okay, maybe like end of this year or early next year, something like that, all right? Now, if the Bank of England actually does talk about all these tapering timeline and, you know, delivering hawkish tone, then we may really be seeing a strengthening in pound Kiwi. All right. Personally, I feel that this is the ideal scenario. Why is that the case? We have a weakening, weaker, I would say, okay, not weak, but we have a weaker fundamentals coming in from the New Zealand, right? Because of the, you know, assistant governors hinting that the central bank, the RBNZ, may only be looking at a 0.25% hike in interest rate during the next meeting, okay? Now, combining this with a strong hawkish message delivered by the Bank of England later on, okay, it's actually a good, I would say, the ideal direction, right? One goes up, which means the pound, the other goes down, which is New Zealand dollar, right? So that will actually, I would say it will play out nicely, all right, if that's the case. But nonetheless, we still have to wait and see what the Bank of England has for us, all right? Because, you know, in a case whereby they don't want to drop any hints on tapering and things like that, then, you know, we may continue to see pound Kiwi hover across this, you know, consolidate across within this purple region, okay? So with that, okay, I've come to the end of my sharing, all right? So in a case whereby this trade idea is being triggered, all right, I will inform you guys in the EcoFin platform, okay? So if you guys like this trade idea, please give us a thumbs up, all right? And yeah, check out our YouTube channel, because we don't only post trade ideas, we post other stuff like, personally, I do fundamentals updates, you know, like this week being the central bank heavy week. I'll talk about what to look out for, you know, before the central bank meetings takes place, and what went down, okay, when the central bank meetings are over, okay? And we also have other speakers as well, okay, during our currency call. So we actually put up videos, new videos on a daily basis from Mondays to Fridays, okay? So yeah, every day there'll be like different trade ideas being shared, different speakers sharing their views on different currency pairs. You know, on Friday, we even have like cryptocurrencies, okay? So if you guys like our channel, yeah, just subscribe to our channel to receive notifications, give us a thumbs up, and share it with your friends, okay, if you find that they will actually benefit from our channel, okay? So with that, I will see you guys tomorrow at the currency call, okay? If you guys want to get a link to attend our free currency call webinar from Mondays to Fridays at 11 a.m. GMT plus 8, okay, head over to the website listed under the description below, okay, jintaothai.com, all right, and express interest. Our people will actually contact you, and, you know, we'll actually provide you with the free, the link to our free webinar, all right? So with that, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.